Good morning, good morning. All right, so today we're trading the open. Usually don't trade the open, but since there was PPI this morning at 7:30, a whole bunch of volumes in already, a whole bunch of money's being in rotated, circulated in and out. So the markets are pretty alive right now because we had PPI at my fault, 8:30 market time. This is my time. So the markets have been pretty awake before the open. So that's why we're jumping in right now. I have a flexible bias today. I would like for it more to go bearish today because we're in a daily fair value gap and we have these equal lows. Everything is bearish. The 4 hour is still bearish. We have a fair value gap up here. Price came into the 15-minute order block once PPI came out. So we have that 4 hour fair value gap right there. We have a 1 hour one that is kind of reacting off of it. Doesn't want to close above. It's not trying to go through it. So another sign of bearishness, right? The 15-minute order block that I have marked out that it's still reacting off of. Let me see right here, trend. Remember trend and key levels. So, like I said, it's a flexible bias today. Price came and touched this 4 hour and gave the jump, but if it's not going to give a higher high, I would say from that level, then it's pretty weak. So that's why I'm also flexible because it could also start giving higher highs after that. But 1 hour is bearish to me, especially when you have this nice little range right here. So price is in a deep premium on the 1 hour. And in the 15-minute, you got that 15-minute order block. You got this 15-minute fair value gap, but it's also a 1 hour, but I'm going to mark it as a 15-minute. And then you also got a 15-minute fair value gap underneath that as well. So it's just kind of like, let's just see what price wants to do, you know, because price is going into it, playing with it, coming out of it. You can see this is the 5 minute time frame. Look at the wicks, 1, 2, 3. So it's been jumping back and forth for at least like 30, 35 minutes from there. So right now, I'm just waiting for price to show me something. And, we got some inversions right here. Let me open up ES. Let me see what ES is doing. Yeah, we got that same fair value gap that's being played around with. Hmm. Let me see what the risk is. Yeah, about 100 ticks over there. Yeah, they both inverted it, man. So let's see if we can. Let's get some type of pullback. Yeah, so I'm in this trade right now. Let's try to set it up for y'all so y'all can see it on a better level. Let's get a more of an accurate picture. Right, so I'm in this trade right now. We got the sell limit right there. And we just have to break even. Now, if this hits my TP, my account will be eligible for a payout, and I can request them. So let's see if this see if price hits my TP today. And let this be a learning lesson. If you're watching this, let this be a learning lesson to y'all. I could have already been eligible for a payout, but the same day or Friday, I was about $170 away from the payout. Let's see if we can watch it. 120. I think it needs to be a little higher, maybe. For sure. Get that out of here. Because that was already ready. Let me see. 121. We go to market, buy, take profit 126. So just that. We don't want price to hit our TP and then it's not exactly what we needed, right? So like I said, on Friday, I was about $175, $200 away from being eligible for a payout. So where the psychology part comes in because I was just like, there's no way that I'm gonna finish the day like that, right? I don't actually like that. Why is it? Yeah, baby. Yeah, 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 yeah. Awesome. Okay, cool. So that was an easy trade. We're on screen for 6 minutes. Caught me the trade. Bang, banger, money. Too easy. We eligible for a payout. You feel me? Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, cool. So as I was saying, right, this is going to be, I probably want to end it around like 10, 15 minutes. So as I was saying, on Friday, the trade that I won, I think it was Friday. Forgot what day it was to be. Yeah, I think it was Friday. My days are all mixed up, man. But after the trade, I won. I forgot how much I got. I think it was like maybe like $800 or something like that. I was like 175 to $200 away from being a payout, from getting a payout. And I was just like, absolutely not, like I'm going to be eligible today, right? So I over traded instead of, sticking to my plan and, being disciplined the way we're supposed to be. I over traded. I put in an extra trade, try to get my money back. And instead of going from like 650, yeah, I went to 650 to like $40. So I lost that trade and I lost the profit that I made. And, now, as you see, I had to aim for a farther target. It was still my likely target, and that would have been trash taking me out from there, whatever. But good thing we aimed for the one to whatever. And how would you say it? I had to aim for a farther target today, right? So instead of getting my money all the way down here, where I just needed a little push, I had to wait for price to come all the way up. So I was watching price give me the money that I needed if I was just disciplined Friday to just to wait for another trading day. I was watching the account go up to exactly where I needed it to go. And yeah, yeah, so that let it be because if I would have lost this trade today, I would have been even further from my goal. So yeah, just stay disciplined, guys. Stick to the rules, stick to your rules, do what you gotta do. Let's get this monthly PPL tracker out here, you know what I'm saying? Let's get this money. How much I make? 676, 676, 9, money. So we good for the day. Honestly, I think we're good for the week because I'm gonna be eligible for a payout. Hopefully I get it though. I wasn't really too sure of the rules the whole time I was doing this. Hopefully I didn't break any rules by mistake. So we here now because that was already ready. All right, cool guys. All right, so let's go to a breakdown of the trade. All right, let me open up a different different chart for you guys. Who could be cleaner, you know? Let me switch it over here. So it could be just cleaner for you guys, right? So initially when I came in, I told you guys I had a flexible bias, right? Because of these equal lows, right? We had these equal lows. Those are very obvious. That's an obvious target, but we had a lot of news today. Well, we had some heavy news today, so that can, kind of prolong that target a little bit. So we had that. We also were in a daily fair value gap. So this is why I was kind of like leaning towards like bearish on the daily time frame, right? So we had that daily fair value gap. We jump into the 4 hour, right? We're in the daily fair value gap, right? However, we have an inverted fair value gap on the 4 hour. We have that as well. So we have this. So that's why my bias started becoming a little bit more flexible, especially with this red folder news today. I was like, price can do a lot of things. So we just want to sit back and just watch for it. So price inverted that around Asia London time, came back to it and reacted off of there. So that was giving me signs, giving me little hints that it's strong today. All right. Go to the hour. Oh, remember, trend and key levels. Trend is also bearish, so that's why I was leaning towards bearish today. Daily is also bearish. 1 hour, we go to the 1 hour now. By trend could be, bullish because we had this swing high up here, took it out with some force, came back down to this 4 hour fair value gap, reacted off of it, and now it's starting to come up. Now the next target possibly could be this right here. This is swing high. So this is where like it was confirmed that I'm gonna have a flexible bias today. So I'm like, okay, cool. I just need price to do a certain amount of things for me to be comfortable to go a certain direction, which is up or down, right? So now we go to the 15 minute. Okay, so what happened during the news release? It left this nice fair value gap. Cool, right? We were also, let me check it, but you also have to keep in mind that we have a fair value gap up here as well on the 4 hour. My bad, guys. Forgot to mark that. Right. So this right here, this fair value gap that the news left, it could have a lot of orders in there that weren't tapped, that weren't activated. So when price comes down into it, it could activate those orders and give a nice bullish reaction. Where to? This next swing high or this fair value gap. What was I aiming for on the on the trade that I took? I was not aiming for, I was aiming for my money. I like to have a fixed RR. I don't really go for certain targets. Maybe one day I like to do that because, the prop firms I trade for, they have rules and consistency rules. So I can't really aim for far targets. So I like to just keep it fixed, just give me my money fixed. Right. So the F15 was a possible target, right? So where was I at? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, cool. So 15 minute came down to the fair value gap made it by the news. A lot of pending orders in there. So when price could come down, activate those orders and create that bullish push. And that's why I was flexible, right? Jump down to the 1 minute. Let me jump down to the 1 minute on my other chart so I can see exactly where I entered, right? We came down here, 933. We saw price come down into this 15 minute fair value gap. Let me just confirm it was a 15 minute. Yep, the 15 minute fair value gap. We saw that and we're like, okay, cool. If price starts to invert some fair value gaps, or like this one, then I'll be comfortable going in, right? I waited a little longer. Let me just copy price on this one so I can give you guys the exact parameters. I waited longer because I knew price was very flexible today. So I kind of just wanted to make sure that it was actually going to invert it. So when it inverted it, I was checking ES as well, and it also inverted that fair value gap as well. I don't really think I remember any divergences on ES. I don't remember seeing any divergences. Let me just go check. No, I didn't spot any divergences. If there was, I missed it. And yeah, so that was my trade. That's why. So I had a flexible bias. If it was going to be bearish, I would have been waiting a lot longer, until it came all the way down here. However, since it went into the bullish PD array, and it was acting very bullish, inverted the fair value gap. That's what I wanted to see. ES also inverted it as well. I was like, yeah, okay, cool. We're going to take this nice quick long into the money right here. And yeah, we got our money and we got out. Simple trade. As you can see, this is why scalping is so dangerous or very low probability, is because even though you're right here, you could be wrong on the whole day. I could be wrong. Today could be a very bearish day, right? But that's why you have to know what you're doing, what you know, when you want to get in, when you want to get out. Scalping is, if you're scalping on the 1 minute, you have to be very mindful of the behavior of the asset class you are trading. So we got our money today. We don't really care what happens for the rest of the day because we're done. So again, thank you for watching, and I'll definitely update you next time. See what happens.